Welcome to another episode of
the Get Legit Podcast.
It's your boy composed by Ferb.
And I go by the name of Low Nose Music.
Yeah, man. Today, we're going to be talking about some cool stuff. And we got some cool guests here. We got John here. Yep. We got Brandon. We got another Brandon here. We got Chef, a.k.a. Kendrick. And you want to tell them what we're going to be talking about today?
Hey, man. So today we are continuing our basic discussion on the meaning of life is not universal. So we didn't really give y'all a lot of background on what we want to talk about today because we want it to be authentic, off the top of your head, what you really think. You know what I'm saying? We don't want people premeditating and changing their answers. We want to know what you really think because different perspectives are all throughout life. And the different perspectives are basically what gives people insight and make people who they are.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, Johnny, if you want to talk, if that's fine, I can call you Johnny. Yeah, Johnny, if you want to talk a little bit about reproduction. And, you know, when I look at reproduction, I think like, you know, of course, procreating, be fruitful and multiply. But there's a lot of things we don't talk about with men and the reproductive rights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You understand what I'm saying? So, Johnny, what do you think? How do you feel about reproduction rights in a whole? You know what I mean? We don't just got to talk about men, but just as a whole. Do you have children?
Nah, I have none right now. I will have some in the near future. But as far as reproduction in a whole, I do feel like it's a little bit unfair. Like if we just take Georgia for an example, if I go get my girlfriend pregnant, technically that's not my kid. Realistically, in the state of Georgia, I got to give a legitimate. Like you literally have to. If you're not married to your wife when you have kids in Georgia, you got to get your kid legitimized.
Wow.
You got to fill out paperwork.
That's wild.
How is that fair?
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Like that is really not fair. But
I mean, there's a lot of things that are unfair. I mean, you kind of chimed in on that. What is this? Talk a little more about it.
You got kids.
I don't have any children.
Girl, so I already knew about it because I'm going through the divorce right now, and all that little parenting thing, whatever. So I found out through a grapevine that if you wasn't married, even though I was married, if you're not married, then you gotta fill out. It's like right after your baby born, they give you a paper. If you don't fill it out, then you're not the dad. You're not the dad. You just like the mom.
Even
that's
if you sign the birth certificate,
even if
you can't go back and do this.
That's
you can. You can go back and do it. Like you got time to go do it, but people don't know it. Like a lot of people don't know about it. A lot of men do not know about it because
I didn't know about it.
Everybody gonna have sex with their girl, whatever, get pregnant. Like, I got a baby, take care of that. That's my baby. But not even don't go to the hospital for the birth or nothing like that. Then they really out of luck because like they ain't started birth certificate and they ain't signed the certificate saying that I'm the daddy.
So hold on. So definitely different perspectives in here because I don't have kids personally, and I do nothing about that at all.
Me
you know.
either.
So you have kids, Brandon?
Oh yeah, I got enough for all of us, man.
Okay.
I got 4 of them things, man.
So like, how do you feel on like the reproductive rights as far as you have multiple children? How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
4 kids. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've been around the block. You know what's going on. Like, as far as reproductive rights, have you ever ran into anything that made you feel like it was unfair, or maybe not? Just trying to get perspective.
I mean, I think legally, we're in a space where we got a lot more rights than we think we have.
Okay.
If you look it up, but I guess the issue that I ran across, I only have 2. All my kids are about 2 women, but issues I ran across is just the mental state, which we don't really talk about, of a woman going through that time, right? And so not, I guess I can only speak for myself, but not being or feeling attached as the mother, causes the mother to think that she has rights that not necessarily for both parties, but just for her. So that's been one of my main issues. It's just we had to go through counseling for a little bit of it, but I mean, it's just understanding where she's at mentally during that time after pregnancy. It's just it's tough, man. Tough time.
I mean, you definitely got to understand for the whole pregnancy that person is carrying the person, so obviously it's going to be some type of possessive rights that they feel
naturally. Yeah. But also lawfully, I don't know, like, for example, this is what I always say. It's like once the man decides he wants to have sex with a woman, he has sacrificed his reproductive rights because if he doesn't want to have a child, she can still have that child, right? Mm-hmm. If she doesn't want to have a child, she doesn't have it. If she want to keep it and give it away, she can do that. Yeah. If he doesn't want to have the child, don't even want nothing to do with it, he still got to pay child support.
Child support.
You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's fair in the law at all as well. But I do believe that you can educate yourselves and figure out how to, y'all are great fathers. I know both of y'all as fathers.
Don't forget that the women, they gotta pay child support too sometimes. Like, it's women that make more money than men. Like, don't get that twisted.
How does that work? So that's more based off of how much money you make?
Yes. Yeah. It goes off of how much you make or how much the mama make. If the mama make more than you, then you're going to be the one getting the child support.
Is that if you have, like, custody of
y'all
a child?
both have 50%. If y'all both have 50 custody. 50 custody. It's all in paperwork. You're going to read it all when the lawyer gives it to you and you're fill it out. After that, if she make more money than you, best believe
she paying.
She
cutting the check.
If you take the initiative to go put her on child support, just like she gonna take the initiative to put you on child support.
Okay.
Now she try to put you on child support and she makes more money than you, then it's gonna be reversed on her ass.
Right. Okay. Now, so with the reproductive rights, it's a lot of misconceptions and it's a lot of ignorance, for lack of a better word, because I didn't know a lot of that stuff. But on the bright side, speaking from my perspective as someone who doesn't have children, previously didn't want children, but now I'm in a space where I do want to, create a legacy.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're going to talk about as far as different perspectives of men in association with having children, like your legacy and what you leave behind and how important it is to you. So, you ever said that? Let me let you chime in real quick as far as your life.
How you feel about legacy, Brandon?
Leaving what I got for my kids, leaving
Well, kids wanting to have kids, or how do you feel about just the word when you hear it?
It's important. That's important. Shit. I'm only 22.
Okay.
I'm still building my legacy.
Definitely.
Right.
I ain't got no relationship. I mean, what do you really want to know about?
I'm saying, do you see it in the future?
I'm doing me out here, man.
Right. Like, ain't no legacy, it's like a me.
Right. I'm still new to everything, so I can't really,
So you're still trying to learn to figure out the course of life for yourself.
Right. I mean,
so you're not sure if you
and
have.
That's important.
Yeah. Not knowing if
right.
you want to, everybody has the right to choose what they want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And just for everybody, if you're not seeing it and you're just listening, we have a wide demographic of different ages, and different statuses as far as marital status and relationship status. And one thing he said is, like, I'm still building. And I can relate to that because when I was younger, the old heads was like, man, take your time. Pick the right one. And I feel like I have at that point in time. And I went through different stages of like, it's all about me. Like, we out here, city boys up 1,000, all that. I went through all of those different eras, and it's just like, to grow to the point where I'm at now, or just have the perspective I do now, it's good to have so many people in the same room that's, got different mindsets,
right.
But I feel like that's important as far as legacy. Now, I know you have a daughter.
Yes.
And
today her birthday.
Today's her birthday?
Wow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Wow. But like, so normally when you say legacy, a lot of people associate legacy with the male gender and carrying on like a last name and stuff like that. How do you feel about legacy with your daughter being female?
That's actually what I'm continuing to do now is build something for her. Because me being a chef and being cooking for over 10 years now, and her mom being a chef, that most likely she's gonna fall into that category. Yeah. So right now the legacy is to build her high while she's young.
Okay.
By the time she get old, it'll be easy peasy. And I'm already gonna have a business by then, I'm quite sure, more than one business. And I can just give it to her. That's my legacy of her holding on to that and running into it. It's franchised out like McDonald's, what I'm talking about?
Yeah, definitely.
So you don't even see a gender in it. You like,
I already know
success is the legacy.
Right.
Success and being
it's not
being
about
happy.
The last name changing and all that.
Nah, it's about her being happy and make sure she know who her daddy is and her mama is. She gonna have my last name forever. So like, this represent the Skinner name and
what you say? She got to get that hyphen.
Yeah, she got to get the hyphen.
What about you, Brandon? How do you feel? I know you have.
I think it's gender neutral. I got 3 girls and 1 boy. And as dope as it is to say you got a son and knowing that last name's gonna be there forever, at the end of the day, with the the new technology, Ancestry.com, 3andMe, you can always track it back, right?
Definitely.
Name change and not name change. And so, 4, 5, 6 generations down the road, my bloodline is still my bloodline.
Absolutely.
So it's just gender neutral in my opinion. And
I'm trying to get my little girl to keep my name though.
What about married? We should get married, right?
I just want to create dope people, man.
You said you want kids for sure.
Yeah, I definitely want kids.
What you got a number?
I would prefer 3, but if it's more or less, I'll take it. But like even to go back on what your question was, you was like as far as like your daughter having a name, I think about that aspect as far as legacy with a son. Like I know it may sound a little weird or self-centered, but like I want to have a junior. And I'm going to be the type of father that he's going to be so proud of the name he has. Yes, he's going to pass that down to his son, and hopefully the life lessons and keep it going. Like we Jonathan Furby Jr. all the way down to the number 10 type.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a piece of legacy I also want to bring to the table too.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a big aspect of legacy. You see that a lot in like royal families.
European side.
Yeah. Hey. All right, so with building the legacy, obviously with men and I guess our culture, how we are right now, we kind of have the weight of the world on our shoulders. And that's just because as men, we're labeled as being the providers. We're labeled as being, the heads of the family, the people that lead our family and do what's best for them. And normally that comes with sacrificing a lot for ourselves. So personally speaking, let me get your perspective, Ferb, how you feel about how the weight of the world goes on.
Well, tying that into legacy starts with you. You know what I mean? Whether it's your ancestors or your predecessors 100 years each way, the legacy starts with you. That's what you have control over.
Okay.
So I think that kind of makes us feel, and not just men but women too, make us feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. You know what I mean? And I guess that's why, like you guys were saying, y'all went direct to it. You know what I mean? The question we asked y'all, you went direct to it. You didn't even answer. You didn't even think about gender. You know what I mean? You got to be focused on what you want to do. And that's how I deal with the weight of the world. It happens. It's anxiety. You know what I mean? They got a name for it. We all deal with it. But I kind of focus on what I want to do and what I want my legacy to be. I know it sounds crazy. I even got like a merit system. I'm like, you know what? Do I care if my future kids see this? You know what I mean? It's that. You know what I mean? That's how important I take it. So I can feel like a lot if you're doing the right thing. If you know what I mean? If you're, the balance between being a leader or a creator of a legacy or an extender of a legacy and also still being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being your individual self. So that was a good question, though.
Now, Brandon, I got to ask you because you got the most.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing, man. I love big family. I never really had the chance to be in like a big immediate family. I got one sister, and that was about that. I had a lot of friends. But weight of the world, like how was it for you, progressing through the number of children and obviously, you making it work. So how is it?
Yeah, it's working. What I can say is, there's no book, right? You can read all the books that's out there, but there's no kind of here step by step how this works. And one thing that, my ex-wife we don't agree on is, like right now I'm sacrificing a lot to build up my company, something I can hand over to my kids, right? So I got a, few major projects going up. I'm first familiar with them, but it takes me away from, the day-to-day chores of my children. And, me and my ex, we go back and forth about it, but, at the end of the day, she still understands, she still support me to get this stuff off the ground. But it's a lot, man. You kind of get into the anxiety component of it. Having a tomorrow that's uncertain, life of an entrepreneur.
Yes.
It's a goddamn headache, man. I tell you what. But it's fun. It's a hell of a journey. But when you finally get to that mountaintop or that peak, you can look back on all your success and be able to have something to pass down. But like I said, you can only control you. That's kind of.
It's always gonna be worth it, man. It's gonna be worth it in the end, and it's crazy because I've been going through something similar, but I don't have kids, and I was just like, I even said to someone else, I was like, I don't see how I could have did it if I had kids, but that's just refreshing, that to see someone that's still getting things done. There's like no excuses. And I know if I was in a situation and it was really on my heart, I'm gonna find a way to make it happen.
But what I say the exact opposite. I don't know how I'd be doing what I'm doing right now without kids.
Right.
You know what
Motivation
I mean?
factor?
It's a refocus you get, man.
Okay.
Like
I've heard that a lot.
Like I said, dude, I'm telling you, serious. You know, and for the ones that don't have kids, you'll see one day when that first kid pop out, man, you're gonna look at whoever your baby mama is, wife, whoever she is, you're gonna look at her in a whole new light, man, because that is the craziest thing. I'm not like an emotional person. I don't get happy over stuff. Like, I'm just real even kill.
Yeah.
But seeing that, man, was just like, WTF, boy. It hit different, boy. I'm telling you. So, you know, like, I'm sitting there looking at my ex like, man, I'm so proud of you. Like, this is just, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's crazy, man. And, you know, now having them here, you know, it's like, bro, like, can you imagine having somebody under you where you all they got?
Right. Yeah, you know, definitely.
For years, you all they got. That's I mean, you know, whatever you say is goal. You make all the rules.
Yeah.
Like you responsible for these individuals. Right. So you know, it's just a different.
And they look just like you. I see these kids. They look just like.
Yeah, so let me ask y'all, because I know Johnny and Brandon, y'all don't have kids. Like, are there any like stereotypes or anything, any instilled fear or uncertainties that comes along with building your legacy and moving on as the world sees it now, and how men are supposed to operate and provide for families? Or you just like, I got it? Like,
nah, I ain't gonna say I got it, because hey, like I said, I'm still building me.
Yeah.
But when I get to that point, I definitely want to have some, you know, want to leave a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and that's for me personally. Like, when I was hearing him saying he wants to leave his business to his kids, mentally I think about, like, but is that what my kids want to do? Mm-hmm. Like I said, you got to give it to your kids free. True. Am I leaving this for me, or am I actually leaving it for them? So I like get tripped up when I be thinking about that, like planning for the future. Cause I be like, I like to manifest things. So I'm like, I'm gonna leave these for my kids, but then I'll think to myself, is that what they want?
Okay.
Yeah, you want to leave it open.
It's hard though too. That's a double-edged sword, because as much as I want to give my kids the freedom to do whatever they want to do,
you're their influence.
I'm still their influence, right? Like I played ball in college, you know what I'm saying? I played ball. So now, like, I never push ball on my daughters. I don't want them to play, to be honest with you. But she like, oh, I want to pick up a basketball because my dad picks up basketball. Exactly. You know what I mean? And so, you know, like now it's like my youngest daughter, she wants to build buildings. She wants to be an architect because she see her dad building buildings. So, you know, like, you have a hell of a lot of influence over these kids, man. And it's like, you know, it's up to me to kind of mold them in how I see fit. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth of the matter. Now, at the end of the day, when you grow old, I mean, you your own person. You do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But while they coming up, I mean, it is 1,000% on you what you invest in these kids.
But back to what you were saying, though, when they get older, they're still living a life that you taught them.
So absolutely. Just like you are right now.
Exactly.
You living the life that your parents taught you.
I want to make sure that I'm also instilling in them that you have a choice. Like,
definitely.
Sure
It's not technically like showing like teaching them something. I should, like, my little girl see it. Like she see me in the kitchen on the regular. She see her mom in the kitchen, so she like,
I'm in the kitchen.
You know, I'm in the kitchen too. Like, I'm gonna go. Like, I see, like, she made a pizza at 6 years old. Made a pizza, like a whole pizza, like
your environment.
Just like what she wanted to do. Like, we ain't asked her to do it. She like, I want to go in and do it. All right, cool.
It's the environment.
So if you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna goddamn show you. Like, let me show you
how to
the
do it the right way.
Make it the right way and make this bag. Let me
y'all
show
know how
you
they
this bag
think.
now.
Y'all have had those thoughts, the same thoughts they had. You know what I mean? So who's better to guide you than somebody that you got 50% of? And that's another thing that's gonna kind of bring us to the next topic. And I guess we can come over here. How do y'all go about when you just reproduction, legacy? How do y'all go about choosing your mate? You know what I mean? Or do y'all think about it like that? Or do it just...
Heat of the moment,
baby. Heat of the moment, baby.
You gotta keep it real.
How many choosing for sure? I don't see it as choosing your mate.
Gotta be a connection.
It happens.
Yes, a real connection, energy, meet.
Like,
you got to.
Like, it's a thing called twin flames. The other day, I was with Brandon and Ron, and my phone was in. I said, I bet Bree called me. As soon as I go grab my phone, she's calling me. Like,
but you manifest that though.
It's a connection.
You manifest that. You had it in your head, and you said, and that's what happened.
But even with that, it's more to it than just choosing. It's something that's a natural energy that just happens.
That happens.
And how long? You know, if you don't mind, how long you been in a relationship?
6 years.
6 years.
And I'm 27, so Me and my girl,
you
raised each other.
Yeah,
almost.
basically.
Yeah,
You was young, you come out of college.
I'm about to start ticking on. She about to tell you.
We grew together, so it's like that's what I'm like. And when we and her started dating, we was friends first. I didn't even really look at her like that.
And that's perfect.
Yeah.
Friends first. That's the perfect move, bro.
So friends first is one of the ways you select.
Yeah, the energy got to be perfect. Like I'm all about my vibe, my energy now. Like I almost died, so it's like I think a little different now. Like
What
I'm always.
What you mean by that?
Almost died. Yeah, nigga, I was in a bad accident. So I was in a bad accident. I was in a coma for 3 days, in the hospital for a whole month. So now I look at life a totally different. Like, and so I gotta find a person that can think like me like that, because like the level I'm on. If you can't meet me there, then we ain't talking about nothing. Now, we can mess around and have fun, you know what I'm saying? Dude, you know what I'm saying? But like to get me to be like, that's my girl, or somebody that's gonna be around me on a regular basis, you gotta be able to connect with me and my little girl at that too. So, and you gotta be able to do for me and do like I can do for you, and do for my little girl like I can do for you.
Now that's a key thing in 2022, because I don't believe nobody can sit on their ass right now with inflation and all that.
Hell no.
It's like ain't no traditional.
Everybody gotta
like,
get their bag. Everybody.
We both gotta get up and get it cracking. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it make everything better, bro. When both of y'all getting money, and then y'all together. All right, so now you got your money, I got my money. All right, let's make some money. Now let's get a pot together and bring that pot. Now, cause you still got yours, and I still got mine.
Go there.
But we got that pot. We got that pot in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go there.
I'm all
What if you
about
can have
that.
a couple people help you make that money, put it into that pot? What do y'all feel about that?
As far as like
polygamy.
Communication.
Yeah, I say that. There's no
From
right.
the men's perspective.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong answer. Whatever happens in your relationship that you comfortable with, then that's what it is.
And
You and your mate,
both of y'all
or
comfortable with it?
y'all mates are
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
With that, it comes a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? You got two mates. Two of them attitudes y'all telling us
Or
about.
more.
You know what I mean? Or more.
But again, I mean, you look at you
Shit.
got
If you like Brandon,
you got
10.
cultures out here that you know. It's on that brand.
Two baby.
But no, you got cultures out here where that's a norm to have. So you know what I mean? Like it's doable. And you know, however you see it fit, you and your partner see it fit. That's what it is. Right? There is
something you think you would ever work with?
Nah, I can't do it, man. That's too much, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I've you know what I'm saying. I did me. And been there, done that, and at this point in my life, bro, I got too much going on to be worrying about 3, 4, 5 different girls, man. It's just too much.
I think from the economic standpoint, like you're on to something, and definitely with that, like if you realize if you can bring as many incomes as you can bring into a household and keep that household happy,
exactly.
Like, it's almost
excited.
That's what I'm talking about,
it's
bro.
almost endless opportunity.
I got my plan. I got my plan, bro. Like I'm trying to tell you, like,
I've been trying
and
to
I
do
manifest
shit.
everything, bro. And even this girl I'm talking to right now is on the same path, on the same wave as me. Like, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, we being happy. That's it. Like, life is too short to be mad about something or go get angry about her going to go, or you going to go mess with another girl, or she going to mess with another dude. Look, don't bring nothing home to me. Don't have no kids. Like, we good to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be happy, love. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, though, because a lot of people, you know, society says that people are supposed to live a certain way and have a certain type of standard, whether it's relationship, whether it's marriage or anything. But I honestly feel like the attributes that a person brings and the understanding and the communication in your relationship is what's going to make it work.
Yep.
And ultimately, whether it's marriage or not, the goal is longevity in the relationship between these people. So if you can do what you got to do to make it work, and it's not just like, hey, you know, whether we're speaking on polygamy or anything, or just a regular, you know what I'm saying, relationship, it gets to the point where you have to understand that the person has to be there for the long haul. It's not something that we just gonna have, you know, if it's a fling, it's a fling.
Get mad and leave.
Yeah,
like,
if it's a fling,
man.
it's a fling. It's like it got to be something that can't be broken that easily. And I feel like the way someone thinks and the attributes and the interactions that you have together all go in to mold that, which makes it longevity. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I know a couple, honestly, that have been together for like over 30 years, and that was when I was younger, and they never got married, but that's my lifelong girlfriend, that's my soulmate, that's my life partner, you know, and they never felt that, you know, putting it on paper or through, you know, the government or anything through marriage was appropriate, but They're still together.
But they still together. So it don't. Again, that's what they
Doesn't even
wanted
matter.
to do. It don't matter. You get married for tax benefits.
Yes, bro.
Marriage is a business decision. It has nothing to do with love.
It's like a big business decision.
Marriage is a business decision.
God, dog, like for real.
You go business.
Sign your paper. Like, come on, agree to the terms now, baby.
All right, so
Shit.
I'm gonna ask you, Johnny, one question, and then Brandon, I'm gonna ask you another question. So Johnny, you're in a committed long relationship. What is one of the things that you see that makes you confident about the longevity of the person that you've chosen? Like what's one of
just us being honest with each other. Like no matter
Honesty.
what it is, we honest with each other.
Honesty.
For sure.
That's the key
I
for
think
me.
that's the key thing. Like if you're honest with me, I'm honest with you. Then there's nothing to hide. We can work through anything.
Bet.
That's what for me personally. That's what I want.
No, that's a great answer in my opinion.
Yeah, big facts.
What about you? Like so you single,
Right. I mean,
living
Don't
life
let him,
young.
don't let him. He just got single.
Yeah, I mean,
so
yeah.
Okay.
I've been in a
Putting that man business.
That's my
Talk about it.
Talk about it though. Yeah.
I mean,
homie, though,
shit.
so
Yeah,
he
thanks.
let him
Big
front
facts.
for the podcast.
Big facts.
Nah, yeah, like
Nice.
you said, I just got out of a 6-year long relationship.
Okay.
and it was kind of long distance.
Okay.
So
I done been in one of them.
yeah,
About the
that
same
shit
time,
crazy.
too.
But just like confidence,
Yeah.
have confidence in me too. You know, I got good energy and I got a big heart. So just I don't know, just have confidence.
So just
be,
being confident in each
yeah,
other.
just have a
Okay.
come with the same energy I'm coming with, because I don't never come with like bad energy or bad intentions or nothing like that.
Right.
Okay.
I just
Yo, you really tell your girl everything?
I mean, yeah. That's my
Right,
best
right.
friend.
Get him, Brandon.
No, I mean, bro,
I
that's my best friend. What I'm, you know what I'm saying?
But
If I
it-
can't be
Right.
vulnerable with her, who am I be vulnerable with?
Exactly.
I didn't say couldn't be vulnerable.
Do you tell your girl? Do y'all tell y'all girls everything? Everybody.
Hell no.
I mean, now though, I have no filter. I let I just let it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm very transparent as well, but I guess I see what Brandon's saying, where it's like if you're in a leadership position or you're in certain positions, like some things they don't even need to be stressing about. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a sexual way.
Oh yeah,
I don't
you
mean
right.
that-
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not in a sense, right? Just
Yeah.
like I mean, it's just certain things I just keep to myself.
Yep.
I mean, no,
you
I
know,
understand that.
which is tough. But like I say, different strokes for different folks.
Different
you
strokes
know,
for different folks.
But that-
Hey, the meaning of life is not universal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ties into what we talking about.
And then, like you said, when you was talking earlier, it was like the weight of the world on your shoulder as a man. I don't necessarily feel that weight because of my best friend. Like I know
Exactly.
anything
You got
I got,
somebody with you.
she gonna help me with it.
That's
So,
hard.
Yeah.
That's hard, and
Yeah.
that's a good perspective to have, man. So, I definitely feel like this was a great episode. This is the most guests we've ever had on the episode of Get Legit Podcast. We definitely appreciate y'all coming out. But before we get out of here, we got these 3 Ps that we like to do, and we can just see if somebody wants to do one of the other ones, because only 3 of them, and it's 6 of us. But we just want to cover them, man, and our 3 Ps, one of them is purpose. And I just want to leave with that one. And the whole gist of what we're doing here, the meaning of life is not universal. Like your purpose, your outlook, everything that you do, everything that you work for and work towards is not going to be ideal for someone else. Mm-hmm. So whether it's, being an entrepreneur while you're providing for your family, or, doing your own thing and trying to find your way and building yourself up so you can have your legacy, like always stay true in your purpose, because what's going to happen is the world is going to form around your purpose and where you're going if you're still going that way. Now, if you're indecisive and you shaking and baking, I don't know. But if you know that you want to go somewhere and you know that that you have your goal in mind, I feel like the universe is always going to just push you there, and everybody's going to see your perspective once you have it and once you've made what you had.
Good.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna choose
good
somebody
words
from
right there.
prosperity.
Good words right there,
I'm
man.
gonna
Good
keep-
words.
So Brandon, we didn't let you guys know what all these guys do in their their occupations and all that, because we really wanted to focus on what we wanted to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Brandon, I'm gonna let you take prosperity, man. Me and you, we good friends. I know how you get down.
Just give the people a tip on prosperity.
Whatever it is, and he's very competitive. But give him a tip, and that goes along with reproduction, legacy, some of the things we talked about that helps you or that you would like to implement when it comes to prosperity.
Oof, man. No, I would say, man, kind of, piggybacking off what you said just a little bit, is once you have that vision and that focus, just know that only you typically only you blessed with that particular viewpoint at the time, and just lock into it and keep going, right? And just kind of, just see the fruits of your labor as you continue down that road, because it's going to get bumpy. It's going to be long. Initially what was supposed to be 2 years is now turned into 6. Mm-hmm. And I'm still climbing up that mountain. I ain't even hit the peak yet. Right. So, but a lot of, you got to take a minute to kind of just see as you go down that journey, whatever it is, whether you're in corporate, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether, it's you spending time with the family, and, whatever your drive is and your focus, see the fruits of your labor as you kind of keep going down that path, and enjoy the path, enjoy that road, yes. Because once it's over, it's over. And,
yes.
you go so far, and you kind of looking at that finish line, but you stop to see, like, you just miss all the scenery to your left and right. So taking a minute just to, turn your head while you
going straight,
dead set. It's
okay.
just
good word.
It's value in the journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Value in the
absolutely.
journey. All right.
Who want to finish it off with power? You want to go ahead and do it, Johnny?
Yeah,
come on,
I'll finish it off with power. With power, like all we've been talking about, is manifesting, putting everything in motion. Everything you speak, you can't have it. The words of affirmation. So that power in what you say, that can go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, me and you on the same. Both of y'all, I can pick both of y'all energies up. So like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That energy that you
it's real. Oh, it's fucking real, bro.
Yeah,
fucking real.
It's real, man.
Nah, it's definitely lit.
I've been trying to work on that too, energy, man.
Bro, meditate, bro. Sit at home, just sit there and think about shit, like, like, and say what you want. And I've been doing that for the last 2 years, bro. Everything I got right now, I said I was gonna get it. High rise to the money, to the car, all that, bro.
Right.
No cap.
That's it.
That's true.
Well, y'all, it's been another episode of the Get Legit podcast. We really like to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at GetLegit_podcast. If you want to send us anything, you want to be on the show, you can email us at getlegitpodcast@gmail.com. And make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share on YouTube at the Get Legit podcast.
Absolutely.
And that's it, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you, guys.
Like, subscribe, and follow. We're excited to bring this to y'all, man.